Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday, the 18th of September 2024. In today's Millwall news, we start out with this. Mill manager discusses callback option for on-loan striker. Indeed. Mill manager Neil Harris confirmed there is currently no plan to call on-loan striker Tom Leahy back to the club, despite mounting injury problems in forward areas. Leahy, 20, was loaned to Woking in the National League in early September. Yeah, he's on a youth loan. He can play for Millwall and play for Woking. It works like a dual registration. He doesn't need to be recalled. The only thing is, obviously, Woking are going to be a bit pissed because if we play on the same days and we call him back, we request him to play on the Saturday and come and sit on our bench rather than start for them. But, you know, there's no recall in the first 28 days for Tom Leahy, Harris said. Tom needs to be playing regular first team football. He's not ready to play for Millwall Football Club in the Championship, and he's gone to the level because that's where he's at the moment. Josh Coburn's injury during Saturday's defeat to Luton means Millwall currently only have one senior striker available in Macaulay Langstaff. Tom Bradshaw sustained a long-term knee injury in the Lions Carabao Cup game against Leyton Orient, while record signing Mihailo Ivanovic is still recovering from a hamstring problem. Speaking about Millwall's policy with young players, Harris insisted the club will continue to do what's right for their progression. With youngsters, it's not just about thinking about the result on Saturday. There needs to be a long-term plan for the football club as well, and Tom needs to develop and go through the stages. Leahy has been a regular starter for Woking since joining the club, but is still yet to get off the mark with a goal. The young forward will also be available for Millwall under-21's side during his loan spell. Yeah, which is what I said. So it says here there's no recall in the first 28 days, and that's... I mentioned this, so they mentioned he was on a youth loan to Woking until January. But youth loans are 28 days. And here, Harris said, so it's literally, it's a loan deal till January, but they have to reconfirm it every 28 days. So it's going to be a youth loan for 28 days, then another one, then another one, then another one. So I imagine if it gets worse, if we have another striker injured, when that 28 days is up, then they'll call him back. And I have been keeping an eye on the other side in terms of what the Woking fans, the ones on Facebook and on the forum, they seem to be not happy in terms of they're not creating anything for the strikers that they do have. So that's not really, they're not moaning about Tom Leahy. It's just they're not really happy with the midfield because it's not really doing anything going forward. So that seems to be their problem, like in terms of scoring. I imagine they brought Tom Leahy in because they thought he could help with that, but the fans seem to think it comes back from midfield, that the midfield's not progressive enough. So we'll see how that works. So there you go, we've got that. And we've also got this from the southernnews.co.uk. Harris impressed with Millwall record signings, brilliant trait, as he closes in on Lions' debut. Neil Harris spoke of record signing Mihailo Ivanovic, brilliant trait ahead of Millwall's upcoming match against QPR at Loftus Road. Ivanovic remains a possible option for Harris' side on Saturday as he continues his recovery from a hamstring injury. He's an outside chance for Saturday, Harris said. He finished on the grass at the back end of last week and he's been on the grass at the start of this week. He hasn't been in full training with the lads yet, but you have to be respectful to the hamstring injuries he's had in the past. But what I've seen from the lad already, he's got a real desire to get out on the pitch, and he's really pushing to get out there, and I love it. It's a brilliant trait to have. The sooner we get him on the pitch in a safe environment, we will. Ivanovic was signed from Serbian side of Vojvodina just before the summer transfer window closed for a fee in the region of £2.5 million, a club record for the Lions. Long-term injuries to forwards Josh Coburn and Tom Bradshaw mean Millwall pushing to get Ivanovic fit as quickly as possible. We have to make sure that we don't push him too soon, so he's ruled out for 8, 10, 12 weeks, Harris said following his side's defeat to Luton Town at the Den. Nobody wants him back on the pitch quicker than I do, so I'll certainly be pushing people in the building, but I also understand that I have to be really respectful. He's a 19-year-old lad, and he's come here for the long term. Indeed. So some of this, I think we heard it the other day, but there seems to be a little bit extra, so that's why I brought it to you. Now we're going to finish with this yet again from the Southwark News. 1, 2, 3 stories from them today. And here we go. Not Millwall adjacent. Disabled Millwall fan demands Mayor, not Adam Mayor, sorts out e-bikes once and for all in a passionate video after ridiculous pile-up in central London. Indeed. A furious disabled Millwall fan has demanded Sadiq Khan sort out e-bikes blocking roads once and for all. Well, I want to hold your breath, mate. Ben Spencer, a former bouncer, encountered a huge lime bike pile-up in the middle of the pavement near Tottenham Court Road on Sunday. In an impassioned video that got over 200 reposts and 25k views, the 51-year-old said, Why? You need to sort this out. As a wheelchair user, so this is the tweet that he put out at Tube Stapper. We'll get into that in a minute, why he's called that. As a wheelchair emoji user, I've had enough of pavements and crossings being blocked. In this video, I'm calling on the Mayor of London to sort out Lime Bike once and for all. Yeah, I think one of the councils has issued them an order saying, look, if you don't sort it out, we're going to ban you from the borough. It may have been Brent. Was it Brent? I don't know, but I'm not sure. But yeah, one of them did. The Mill season ticket holder had it. Enough already. Wheelchair users and people with mobility issues, how are they supposed to get past this lot? Mr. Spencer suffers from ataxia, degenerative neurological, affecting muscle movement and speech. He's overcome huge challenges since his diagnosis, including conquering Mount Snowdon and the London Marathon, but discarded e-bikes remain a huge bugbear. Mr. Spencer is a London transport enthusiast and met former Mill manager Gary Rowett while doing a sponsored circuit of all London's 272 tube stops. Yeah, I think we covered that at the time. He was going around every single tube stop, getting out and taking a picture, as you do. Lewisham raised Mr. Spencer said, I'm actually pro cycling because I do it with my triathlon training. My issue is people leaving them all over the shop. I think it's a good idea would be to make sure that they're parked in designated spaces, and then people will find if they don't do it. Where the hotspots are, there tends to be a lot of spaces, but people can't be bothered. Here we go. Yeah. See, I hadn't pre-read this. In northwest London, Brent Council is so sick of the plastic two-wheeled Lytton Street is poised to ban them. If Lyme does not agree to the Labour Council's demands, which include dedicated parking bays, resources for removing bikes and larger fines, it could pass the new banning order on October the 31st. This is not the first time Ben Spencer has called out the e-bike scourge on social media. When a shocking photo of e-bikes blocking a road crossing by London Bridge went viral on social media, Mr. Spencer said Lyme must be held accountable. Lyme introduced its electric bikes to London in 2018 as well as its global expansion, capitalising on the city's growing demand for eco-friendly transportation options. Since launching, Lyme bikes have become increasingly popular in London, with over 12 million rides taken between 2019 and mid-2023. A spokesman for the mayor said, we know that poor e-bike parking can cause significant safety issues for some Londoners, particularly disabled and older people. Our experience from the existing e-scooter trial shows that well-managed and regulated schemes can be successful in mitigating such issues while still providing an attractive green transport alternative. We are working with London councils to explore a coordinated scheme to manage dockless e-bikes and e-scooters and additional enforcement mechanisms for poorly parked e-bikes. A spokesman for Lyme said, Yeah, like, we're really sorry that Ben experienced this, and we never want line vehicles to obstruct anyone's journey. Poor parking's an issue, and we take very seriously, and we're committed to make London a more accessible and inclusive city for everyone, particularly as demand increases and parking bays become overcrowded like this. Users that break the rules and parking considerably are fined and banned from using our service. We are working closely with the councils, partners and other operators to address the issue of overcrowded parking locations such as Ben experienced by identifying and offering funding from Lime to create additional parking bays. We also regularly gather feedback from charities on our Disability Advisory Board in order to continuously improve our operations. So there you go. Now here's an idea. Lime Bike, by the way, if you didn't know this, if you go down Stockholm Road, so you Zampa Road, no, it's not Zampa Road, it's John Berylson Way. That road, you go one over, where the car park entrance is on match days, the main one. Lime Bike have got their depot there. That's where their depot is, right there. So, and here's an idea. So you got e-scooters, right? You got e-bikes, right? How about e-wheelchairs? Like disabled people, you just out and about. You just got you got a chair that can scoot around. Yeah, then they can do something for disabled people. Now, I've never used these. I imagine some of you have. The reason why they get dumped everywhere is because they give you 10 minutes for free. So a lot of people, they get on it, as soon as their 10 minutes are up, wherever that is, boom, the bike's on the floor, that's it. Like, they don't give a shit, because they're using it for free. They don't want to pay. They're done with it. So, there you go. So all of today's stories have come from the Southern News, which publishes on a Thursday. So if you're out and about and you're seeing your news agents or your local convenience, Tesco, Metro, whatever they call Express, pick up a copy, why not? And if you can't do that, if you're on the other side of the world, if you go to issuu.com, which is ISSUU, and go to Community Matters Media, or just search for Southwark News, you can get all of these. You can get it online, digital. You pay your 50p, and you can get a copy. You click on it, and you can go through it. It's just like the paper, but on your screen. So why not? And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.